What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by the Search T channel.
Glow, gorgeous ladies of wrestling, season three, and I enjoyed the season very much. The show just gets better and better. The one thing about the show is that they really pile on the cheese. The '80s vibe. The corniness, the hokiness, the hairband music. Which don't get me wrong, I love the '80s. And I think it's the best decade. And that's why I love this show. But at the same time, sometimes you want to turn it off because it's just a bit much. But at the same time, these guys, they make it work. Even Alison Brie had a shot in there of directing an episode. Did very well. I liked the episode very much. And you know the show was just basically, it seemed like to me it was more of the character focus. They were looking at all of them and their individual relationships that they have with each other, with Debbie and her struggle with, her child being one state away, and then Bash and Rhonda's their marriage, and then Ruth and Sam, some stuff going on between them, and feelings that are hidden, but then Sam lets her know how she feels, and very complicated. Then we have, Artie and Yolanda, who started their relationship in season two, and there's some ups and downs in that relationship, and then, we see Debbie, end up with some rich Texas businessman, and then there's Cherry Bang and Key. At first, they wanted a child together, have a baby, start a family, and then Cherry Bang gets second, thoughts, and kind of like decides she doesn't want to. Keith, just leaves her. He's upset. And so, it's like really character driven this season, really heavy on the, trying to tug at your emotional strings, your heartstrings there, because there's a lot of, real tender moments, sad moments, a lot of, we do get to see, even Sam's daughter, Justine, comes to town, visits her dad, and she wrote a script, and she even goes on a meeting different, producers so that her script can be made, because people are really wanting to see her script and they really want to make it a movie. They end up doing it, with this one producer, and she insisted that it was, her dad to direct, and so they're gonna work together on a film. They even offered an audition to Ruth, and she thought she was gonna get it, but they turned her down, especially Justine, because she felt that someone else would be better for the role. That caused some tension between Ruth and Sam had just gotten, the okay from Ruth that she liked him too, and then when that happened and he told her that she didn't get the part, and kind of put a little damper on their relationship, or burgeoning one at that. This thing really it really catches me off guard because of the fact that the show, they show naked bodies, sex. They show these guys are cursing, and you forget that it's Netflix, so they do that. They can do that, and it's kind of refreshing. I like seeing that because it's like, I don't like watching stuff that's censored, or stuff that they have to say alternate words because they can't cuss or something like that. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. I really liked the themes that they tackled, and they do it in a way that it's not hitting you over the head with it. They tackle misogyny. They tackle homophobia. They tackle racism. They tackle the fact that they are keeping women down and not allowing them to get ahead. But they do it in a way that they're not preaching to you. They just do it through the script, through the acting, through the words that they are saying. We see a drag queen that she's performing. They have this once a year gala that they raise money for AIDS awareness and all that stuff. And then someone's burning, down the place that they're in there performing, and then when they go out there, Artie sees these writings, the F word and gay, we hate you, go away, die, die, the F word for gay people, die, just die, they're and then that's what makes her, because she was kind of wondering if she was gay or not. She kind of was on the fence, and then that kind of made her realize that she is, because of the fact that she got angry, and it touched her and made her more mad than anything she's ever been mad about. So that definitely shows that she definitely has, she realized she had a reason that she was upset, and that it's because they're attacking her. In essence, they're attacking her. And the whole thing that with too, and the fact that Debbie is being held back by Bash, and she feels like just because she's a woman, she's being kind of stepped over. I mean, even her husband, I mean, not her husband, but her boyfriend takes her to these meetings, and she's learning all the tricks, all the ways to deal with business deals and all that, because I guess her boyfriend and other guys don't think that she's smart enough to understand what they're talking about. And she's even able to broker a deal with Bash, and they take a major deal or like a network or purchase a TV station out from under her boyfriend. And she did that because she learned. She pretty much picked up everything that she was learning while being at her boyfriend's meetings, and she was able to further herself and everything like that. And the scene that I liked is, there's a bunch of scenes in there that I liked. And I liked when they went hiking, and Ruth and Debbie got lost, and then Sheila, who goes through an amazing transformation when she realizes that her she-wolf gimmick is the one that's holding her back. She gets rid of it. She even burns her wig and her fur coat. And then she's like combs her blonde hair out. She's wearing like preppy khaki clothes, jeans and all that stuff, and she's looking cute. And they're like going, "What the hell? Is that you?" It's like, you know what I mean? And she finally embraced her true self. She didn't have to hide behind that anymore. And very good actress, that's what Ruth discovered about Sheila. And she was encouraging her. She was even reading lines of a play with her, and that scene I love that scene. And I even loved when they did the Christmas Carol, where Ruth was the Ebenezer Scrooge, and then everybody else was playing their part. There was even a scene where, another favorite scene of mine is when they decided to exchange or change characters. And so Bash is like reading the script and introducing him, and then he's just like fed up almost at the end. Toward the end, he's fed up because he's like, "Oh, whatever. Who else is gonna come on? Who else is gonna do this and stuff? And it was actually a good thing. And then Gina Davis, her character, Miss LaCroix, she loved it. She thought it was brilliant. And it's changed things up, as she said. Even, and a lot of it was kind of, the reason why it happened is because of what happened with Tamay, who had a real severe back pain, severe like sciatica. I think it's probably sciatica, or she wanted to go to a doctor. She wanted to work through the entire 3 months that they had left, and she was in severe pain. Sometimes she would collapse because her back pain was so bad, and so she decided, like, how about I become like a biddy, because the biddies, they're not jumping up and down, and they do wrestling, but it's like they're playing old women. So she's thinking, okay, I'll do that, and it'll kind of be a little bit easy on my back. So then everybody started, saying, okay, I'll change, I'll do this, I'll do that. We see Ruth as Liberty Bell. We saw Debbie as Zoya. They kind of switched their roles, and then Artie was she was one of the biddies, along with Tamay, and then they just were, and it's funny because then they had to use the other person's uniform or costume, and so some of them didn't fit, and some of them were too big. Just a bunch of this zaniness in the show. The show is just so much fun. I mean, I'm not gonna go into every season. I'm just gonna give you like my, not every season, but every episode, because then I would be here all day talking. but I'm just giving you like my synopsis and just a rundown of the thing. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what makes this. And that's what makes this season fun. Because I really, really like well-written characters. You know, I like when they flesh them out and they really give them their chance to shine. It's not like one character. You would think Ruth and Debbie would be the main, you know, focus. Even though we see them a bunch, but this season, like we saw a lot of them get their time to shine. We see their relationships. We see how they interact with each other, and then we see how they are with other. When they're like on a one-on-one thing. Like we see Yolanda and Ruth and Arthi kind of going through their relationship issues. And we see Rhonda and Bash and their marriage. It's based on a convenience thing. It's based on a thing where it's a kind of a setup thing to help her stay in America, but then they end up uh, falling in love and end up in the end wanting to start a family, which is beautiful. It was great. We see Sam and Ruth kind of give in to each other and confess their love for each other, but then situations happen that Ruth decides not to go through with it. And Debbie makes a compromise, I guess, with her husband, and she's able to bring her son to Vegas, and he's just roaming and ruling the hallway. She even called out her office because her son didn't want to stay in rooms because he starts crying, so he wanted to be on the hallway running around. One point, she lost her son, and then she bumps into her boyfriend, who would be her boyfriend later on, but he was a guy that she bumped into, on the airplane, and then she bumps into him again on the casino floor, and he's the one that has her son with him. He kind of scooped him up and told him, "Hey, who's your mom? Where you going? Who?" So that kind of struck up a relationship between them. Like I said, the overall thing about this show, it was all about the characters. It was all about their individual stories and all about relationships. It seems like that was the theme. It was just like seeing these guys deal with how they can juggle their career as wrestlers and then their other responsibilities, if you will. I really like season 1 and 2, and season 3 was a lot of fun. I honestly can say that I'm looking forward to season 4. Unfortunately, and it's kind of sad because that's going to be the last season. It was already announced even before I watched season 3. Maybe at first that's the reason why I didn't want to watch it, because I'm thinking, well, if I watch this, then I'm gonna only have to look forward. I got to look forward to only one more season, and that's kind of like I wanted to delay it as long as I could. But this thing got released in August, and here I am uploading it in October. But you know, this season was great. What did I like most about it? Like I said, I like how they really, really focused on the characters. And I love things that are character driven, and they focused a lot more on that. They didn't focus a lot on the wrestling. They did that on the first and second season, but this one, even though they did show it, they had it with the Christmas, the Christmas Carol thing, and then the other times they showed it, but it wasn't much. It was a lot about the characters and their stories. And what I didn't like about it, maybe the fact that there are times where they kind of do a little bit too much, and when it comes to like trying to be 80s, trying to look that thing. I mean, they do a good thing of capturing the look and the feel of it, and but then sometimes it delves too much into hokiness, but then they kind of go away from that. And because the acting is really great. These guys really can act, every one of them, even the bit characters, even the ones that you would think are just characters that are in the background. But they all shine when they put a focus on them, when they shine a light on them. They're really good. Sometimes it's like, I kind of like cringe, especially like some of the singing, especially the guy that was drag, like he was a drag queen, a drag performer, and performing in drag, and would pretend to be like Barbara Streisand and Liza Minnelli, and and Charles Channing, and it kind of was cringy at times. I didn't really like that. Although I like the actor and I do like his performance, but sometimes it would be like, But overall, the season I'll put it right up there with season 1 and 2. You know, I think the first season was the best one just because it was a new thing, and you know, but season 3 it was good, and I really enjoyed it. Um, well, that's about it. That's all I can say about it. I might have missed some things, but I'm just going off the cuff. I'm going off my mind and what I thought about it, and overall, I enjoyed it. I thought, the season really lived up to the first two. It keeps the stories going. It keeps the show going. I'm sure that those of us who are fans are looking forward to season 4, but at the same time, we're not, because after season 4, that's it. All I wish for, what I kept thinking was that I just hope for the best for everybody involved in this show. I know Mark Maron way before I knew any of the others on here. Well, I could say Mark Maron and Kia Stevens, who plays Tammy. But she's known. Those of you who watch, Glow and are wrestling fans know her as Awesome Kong when she wrestled in TNA and in Japan, and then again now in AEW. And then she was also known for a short time as Karma in WWE. But she's a seasoned veteran wrestler in real life, and I knew her. But Mark Maron, definitely knew him. I've known him for years. I'm a big fan of his, and he was even in The Joker. For a little bit part there, he was like the producer or something like that for Robert De Niro's character, in the movie. And I've really grown to love all the characters, all the actresses, all everybody in there. Even Carlito's in there, a real life wrestler. He plays the brother of Machu Picchu. What's her real name? But but then also towards the end, we kind of see where everybody's going because they're going for Christmas break, and I think there's some like girl that plays Machu Picchu, the big girl. She's deciding to go with her brother, Keith, and they're going to Was it Keith or Kenny? But she's gonna go with him on the road and be a real wrestler, as her brother told her. And Debbie's thinking about not coming back. But then she told Ruth that she brokered a deal with Bash and that they are going to. The Bash actually bought a studio and that she's going to be the president. And she wanted Ruth to be the director, but Ruth turned her down. And she was trying to convince her, but then she was assistant. She decided she just wanted to go to Omaha and be with her parents. Cameron. Yeah, that's the name of the girl. Big girl. And, they're going their separate ways, everybody, for their vacation. And who knows what's going to happen when it comes back. Season 4, they're definitely going to be in a new studio. They're going to be in a bigger studio because, Bash got his $40 million up front. That was going to be like an inheritance, but because he was married, he got it all in full from his mom. But that's my video. And for those of you who stopped by, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And in closing, and as always, take care.